Hey, good morning and welcome to the June announcement video here for this school year. I'm just gonna see if I can do the present here. I'm gonna try doing I'll move my head over here a little bit for a second. I'm gonna try presenting a little PowerPoint today for the way that I do my announcement videos. This will be a little bit different, but Um, we'll start off with the craziness of today. So, with funding cuts, with COVID, it just seems like the online school has been in a really crazy spot. I know that even ever since me and my wife got back from celebrating our anniversary, which was in March, going into spring break was crazy. Coming out of spring break was crazy. Um, yeah, COVID information. It just seems like I've been running a mile a minute for like 3 months. I felt really, really amazing that yesterday I got caught up on so many things. I haven't caught up on emails, so if you have emailed me, I'm working on those over the next 2 days. But I felt like I had finally had some traction, and I'm hoping that you guys are feeling some traction as well. Um, we are now in June, so we are looking at the end of the school year being just around the corner. And what I want to tell you, just for starting off, is that if you are struggling, if you're not quite where you were hoping to be by now, then you should talk to your teachers. So go directly to them, talk to them, let them know what your struggles are. I would very much recommend meeting them face to face. Sending an email is great, but being able to tell them what's up, um, and then being able to make a plan like, this is what I'm hoping we can do. Maybe we can, reduce the workload in order to finish this course this year. Maybe it looks like finishing the course up into July rather than finishing in June, and things like that. I think these are all conversations that you're going to want to have with your teachers so that you can finish the grade that you are currently in. So now, as we look forward to the school year, I know that you guys have gotten the emails from Sarah and Craig, who are heads of school, that there's going to be tuition coming up for the upcoming school year. So I just wanted to confirm that. And I know that there's lots of people that are trying to add courses for summer courses right now. Any course that was added on or after May 1st counts as a, a, a course for the 2020-2021 school year. So you will be charged tuition on these courses if they've been activated. So I really wanted to make this video now so that you are not surprised when that happens. If if that is like going to be a problem for you, and if you're hoping to pull out of the online school and you guys don't have the funds in order to pay for tuition, then you can talk to me. I can withdraw you from courses, and so on and so forth. So I am expecting to get emails from you guys after this, so that's why I'll be jumping into my emails over the next couple days. So please definitely email me and let me know what you guys' plans are and questions that you have. So again, I want to talk about this tuition thing. So in the tuition, we're not exactly sure how it's going to look in the grad program. It's a lot easier in K to 9, but in the grad program, what it's going to look like, all I can say for certain is that it's going to carry the same amount. So it's still going to be $200 per student, but we're not exactly sure how we're adding that up yet. So the current model is that it's going to be $50 per course for 4 courses. And if you add courses beyond that, they'll be free. So the maximum amount of tuition you're going to be charged if you have a child in grade 10 to 12 is going to be $200. The only thing is that is up to 9 courses. So you can take up to 9 courses. If you're like, oh, well, we get charged, $200 to a max, or $50 per course to a maximum of 200. We'll take like 20 courses this year. Um, uh, Basically, the first 4 courses cost 200, and then you can take up to 9 courses in that way, and it costs the 200. But if you decide to take a 10th course, which is crazy, I actually do not recommend taking 10 courses in a school year, but that 10th course would be charged. I don't think it's the full 50. I think it's $35, just so you know. And honestly, that would only mostly come into play if you are a very highly academic student. You've taken, 8 courses and you're wanting to start courses early, or you're working over the summer and things like that. So tuition is coming. And we also, this is going to lead into my next thing, is that our funding for individualized and hybrid courses is getting nerfed. So let me see if I can go to the next slide. Okay, we'll do re-enrollments first. Okay, I'll pull myself up here now. So I took a couple screenshots from NCOM, and if you have a student in grade 10, it'll be either grade 9, grade 10, or 11. You'll see this going to be an enrollment button. Now, this student, or this parent, sorry, has already re-enrolled. So, way to go, that parent. However, if you have not re-enrolled, it'll look like this sort of. This is for a grade 12 student, which says re-enrollment or graduation. So even if you have a grade 12 student, you still need to re-enroll them and say graduating. If you put graduating, it signals the system to say, hey, you're done. So make sure that no matter what grade your students are in, your kiddos are in, that you do this. You have to re-enroll through the parents' NCOM account. So parents and students can log into NCOM, and it needs to be the parents who are doing this part. So like I said, there is the re-enrollment button. It'll look either like this. Yes, I plan to re-enroll. No, I don't. Or it will be graduating this year and will not be returning. So those are all of your decisions that you can do. And I'd really love for you to go in and do that. If you have plans to go to a campus school next year, that's totally fine. You can send me an email, say, hey, we're going to this campus school. Please let me know the name of the campus school so that I can get the ball rolling for you coming up into the new school year. If everything is business as usual, you can be continuing with Heritage. You can just hit the re-enrollment button. And then once you have re-enrolled for the next year, then we can talk about course selection. So that's going to be my next thing. So if you are enrolling into the next thing here, then we've got to talk about tuition and funding. Well, I already talked about tuition, I guess, so it's more about the funding. So in the past, we've been able to fund individualized students, so in individualized courses and in hybrid courses with curriculum funds. And because of the really heavy hit to our funding, we can no longer do that for core courses. So let me just see if I even have a slide on that next. I thought that I did. Okay, yes, okay. So I'll talk about this a little bit. Let me see if it's on the next slide. Yeah, okay, I'll do this slide first and then we'll go back. So how this is affected is that in the past we had $100 for an individualized course, and some of our courses are great because the curriculum for them is really cheap. I know that in my workplace math courses, the workbooks only cost $20. So it's not a huge financial or curriculum fund heavy course. You're able to have a lot of extra. All of our core courses now are going to be receiving no funding, which is a real bummer. So what we are doing is the Chelsea, our grad director, she is looking at purchasing curriculum and having a lending library going through the Learning Commons. So that is going to be for all of our curriculum in math, science, social studies, and English. Those are the core courses that if you enroll in the individualized version or the hybrid version of them, they are not going to receive funding come September. Now, the thing is if you add a course right now before June 30th and get it activated, you can still receive the $100 of funding. Okay. Now, this is a little bit dicey because you have to add the course and activate it. So I'm telling you now, it's early June. You have 3 weeks essentially by the time you see this video, enroll your kids in an individualized course, and then get started. There's only a couple courses that are not going to work because they are having teacher switches. So if you are looking at the individualized English 11s, or if you are looking at the individualized chemistry 11, I believe those are 2 courses off the top of my head, in addition to our Christian studies courses that you cannot enroll in over the summer early just because they're not ready yet. So all of our other individualized courses, you would be able to enroll in now early because all the teachers are staying the same for those courses, and you can jump into them. You can get activated in preparation for the upcoming school year and do that. Now, you might not have time to enroll in all of your courses, get activated early in all of them, but I would maybe try recommending doing like 1 or 2 if you're wanting to jump into a math course, get it activated, that English course, social studies, courses that might have curriculum that's expensive. So that is one way you can still bank on getting $100 of funding just like you used to. So I'm trying to help families, just get the most bang for their bucks. I know this is going to be a very tough year. I know that I've talked to many of you, and there's moms or dads that are, at home who are not working. In me and my wife's case, is the exact opposite. My wife is a nurse, so she's been working like crazy in our healthcare facility, and we've been trying to be extremely socially distant because of her being a nurse and working with people that are at risk. And then me as an online teacher, like I said, it has been crazy, especially just working from home. So my next thing is in regards to the elective courses. So lots of our courses in the elective options are only offered via individualized. So things like a music course, a dance course, an elective course like media design, an elective course like woodworking, all of those courses are still going to remain funded, but at half the amount. So $50 instead of $100. So if you were planning on taking an individualized elective course, you can also start that before June 30th to get $100 of funding. If you're hoping to, if you know the teacher of the course, you can contact them and say, "Hey, I'd like to start your individualized course," and then they can talk to you about what that will look like. Like most of our teachers know that students are wanting to start summer courses. They know that there's been funding implications, and they're going to be trying to help you get activated. I mean, we as teachers get paid per student, so we want you to jump into our courses and get activated. So, that is gonna help us, and it'll help you get the additional funding. So let's see if I can go. I'm able to go back now. I am. Okay. So that just goes into my summer courses. If you are wanting to get a jump start this upcoming school year, the first and easiest one is definitely work experience. This is available for grade 10, 11, 12 students, or even grade 9 students going into grade 10, who plan to be working, I know lots of summer camps have been canceled, but if you do have the possibility of volunteering, these are great credits. If you're in grade 11 or grade 12, you get credit for work experience 12, which is a really solid credit to have on your transcript. And if you're in grade 9 or 10, you get work experience 10 credit. Um, Work experience 10 isn't as good as work experience 11 or 12, but still good. It's still 4 credits. If you're in grade 11 or grade 12 and you're taking work experience 11 or 12, that also counts as your ADST or fine arts credit. So that's really nice. You have to do probably like 15 hours worth of coursework, and then the rest is $100 of logged hours. That's don't quote me on that exactly, but that's basically what I was understood after talking to the teacher a little bit. So those are things that you can enroll in. If you are going into grade 10, two other courses that I potentially recommend if you're wanting to get a jump start in the next school year are um, career life education and PE 10. Those are two courses that are required in grade 10, and they're kind of like these elective credits. You don't have a PE or career education course required in grade 11. You have a career course required in grade 12, but again, no PE credit. So those are two courses that you may want to jump into over the summer. And we as teachers, most of us, even if we had usually taken summer off, are going to be working this summer. COVID, has limited the ability to travel. So where some of us might have traveled over the summer, we're probably going to be staying home, and why not work the summer semester? So that's just to let you know that you're more than welcome to jump into summer courses. All of the online courses run over the summer. So every single online course you can enroll in, there's no issues whatsoever. It's just that some individualized courses normally don't get offered during the summer. But like I said, with this, COVID, I think that there probably is going to be more that do that. So, is there? Okay. So then one of my other cool announcements that I have to share with you guys is that we've got new Christian Studies courses coming out in September for grade 10, 11, and 12. I'm really excited about this. If you know about English 10, we are doing a very similar system where in English 10, there are 5 modules, and you choose 2 of them in order to build your 4 credit course. So in English 10, there is Composition 10, Literary Studies 10. Those are the 2 in the online version. There's Creative Writing 10, there's Spoken Language 10, and there's New Media 10. So those are 5 options, and students must pick 2 of them in order to build English 10. We have done the same thing where we have rolled out I don't actually even know. I think there's like 9 or 10 different options for students to take. And students will choose 2 of them and build their 4 credit program. Students who want to get their HCO certificate need a total of 8 credits of Christian studies. So you can still graduate without taking Christian studies courses, but in order to get the HCO certificate, that's what you need to do. If you've taken a Christian studies course in the past, they were always worth 4 credits. So now what we've been told is that these are smaller bite-sized chunks. So in the past, Christian studies could get a little bit I don't want to say cumbersome, but it was a full 4 credit course that you were receiving, and some families definitely felt like it was a lot to do. And so now they are much smaller modules. Um, the number that I heard was about 40 hours of work per module, and they have really cool specific focuses, on service and theology and apologetics, and you can really jump into something that interests you, and that's something that is exciting. And I really agree that, having more options is better because students get to focus in on things, and that's just awesome. So I'm really excited about these courses being rolled out. They do not have course descriptions or course teachers listed yet. So I know that we're going to be having a couple new teachers, as well as the old Christian studies teachers are going to be teaching some of these modules. So if you remember Mark Daly, if you remember Dave Laird, if you remember James Nelson, if you remember, who are some other, there's going to be Brian Oger. There's going to be a lot of new Christian studies courses, and these are not going to be available until September. They've built some of them, but we currently have a curriculum team that is furiously writing the last bits of them so that they can all get put into the online course options and rolled out to families. So that's exciting. I'm pumped to have you guys enroll in them, but just know that that's going to be a course that we can't even. They're. I think if you go in and you try to add a course of Christian studies, you might see some of the options. But if you go to the course library, which I'm going to go to here in a second, I think. Let me just see. Yeah, my last little point here is on Grad. So I will talk about the new Christian Studies courses and Grad here as I jump into here. So if you go to the course library, and I'm just going to go to I'm just going to say grade 11. I'm going to say Christian Studies courses. You can see all the different becoming a people of promise, discovering the need for a savior, discovering who you are, exploring science, philosophy, and faith, walking. Like, there's so many cool options here, and you can see that they say course description coming soon, so you don't get to actually. This one, however, does have one, so it talks about what students will select 2 books from a list of 15 Christian classics. So I'm assuming like Pilgrim's Progress, Mere Christianity, those are probably the 2 that I would pick. Having known some of the ones that I read when I was in high school, those were 2 great ones. So if you go into NCOM and try to add these, I do not think all of the options are going to be there. So this is a course that you need to plan to take, but you need to wait until we actually enroll kids in them. So please just be patient with that one. I do apologize that I can't add them right now at this exact moment. And then the other thing is I do look forward to our grad ceremony. I know that the emails went out from Chelsea and Trish, and you can find out the updates here, but basically it's going to be through Zoom, and I'm going to be there cheering everyone on who's graduating from my region. Obviously, it's not ideal, and we don't plan for this, to happen this way. I know that this is a ripple that's being felt all across BC, where if you're going to a high school, there's going to be more than 50 people trying to get together in a room. And with us not being able to do that, it's just a bummer. So I know that that's something that is really sad for all of you grade 12s. I wish that it wasn't so, but know that I am cheering for you guys as you cross the finish line. And I really do hope that you and your family celebrate this accomplishment of reaching the end goal that your parents have been working for ever since kindergarten. And I know some of you have probably even been here since kindergarten, which is crazy. Some of you, this is your first year and you're graduating with us. And yeah, I just want to let you guys know that that's amazing. Congratulations for finishing all of your courses, and I really hope for nothing but the best as you move forward into your future. And yeah, I will cut it here. I do want to end this with one quick thing about what I would love for you to email me. So let me put me in the middle. Let me make myself nice and big. All right. So if you are planning for the upcoming school year. Please email me if you are planning to not enroll with us and you are going somewhere else. No hard feelings. I know that this is definitely going to affect people in different ways. If you are planning for the upcoming school year and you know which courses you want added over the summer, only me as your grad advisor can add courses for you over the summer. You can add courses, but the default date will be August 1st and you will not be able to start them. So I need to go in and set them as a summer course. So please email me if you're wanting me to enroll your kids into courses. Please let me know the course name. Please let me know if it's the online or individualized or hybrid in some cases version. And then let me know if it's a summer course or if it's a first semester course for September, a linear course for September, or things like that. If you want to find out more about our asynchronous versus synchronous courses, so we are going to be rolling out courses. There's going to be a grade 10, there's going to be a grade 11, there's going to be some grade 12 courses. You can go back to my last video and watch that one because I had more information on the synchronous courses. But those run September all the way until June, and they have weekly Zoom sessions with the teacher where they actually get face-to-face contact. So anyway, if you know which version of a course you want added, please send it to me and I can get those added for you. If you're curious and you want to talk about a grad plan, we can meet on Zoom or meet on the phone. But yeah, please email me if you do have questions about all of this stuff. I know that it is a crazy time and I want to help you plan for the upcoming school year. Right now, if you're wondering why me, Mr. Kuchma, has been so busy, what ended up happening, and I don't think that this is going to continue all the way up until July, but we opened up summer school. Like I'm talking to you right now, summer school is a go. We opened up summer school, and so what ended up taking place is that as everyone is finishing their courses for June, there's now suddenly a bunch of people starting summer school. And so it was just like a work powerhouse. And I've got tons of students starting, tons of students finishing. I've got a lot of people enrolling with Heritage. And so I have just been like completely overwhelmed, completely. And I do not think that this is going to be happening all the way until July. Most students are wrapping things up. Right now, I'm getting a lot of submissions from students in my courses who are trying to wrap things up. But just note that other teachers are probably also experiencing the same thing, where summer school is starting, the end of the other school, and we're just like stuck in the middle, and it's been crazy. So be patient with us, but please keep chugging away at your courses. And this has been long enough. Great to be able to support you guys, and thanks for staying to the end of the video. Take care. There we go.